What's up guys, Jitsu Studios here, and I know you know how these collection videos normally go, but this year, we are changing things up. That's right, it's not going to be one video, because last time I did one it was approaching an hour, and that is just a lot to watch. So this time I'm splitting it up into 3 segments. Today, we're going to go with the second segment. Alright guys, now so here you can see on the bleachers, we got all the figures that we're going to be looking over today. We're going from Possession over here with these Deep Stone suits, all the way through to the Jitsu Suits, Jitsu Gis with Skybound. We got Day of the Departed right here, Hands of Time, the Ninjago movie, and that's it. So we're going to look through from 2015 to 2017. We got a lot of figures for this, so let's get started. Alright, so here we have the original Deep Stone suits. This was actually, interestingly, the first time that we got this black shoulder armor, in this specific color. And it was also the beginning of these cool dual molded cowls, which we got for all the ninja, a unique color. Nia's is the most unique because it has red as a little on the top and sides, but the top and sides, the rest of them just have black. And this is the first time we saw the ninjas have primary colors and secondary colors, well, more specifically Cole, that's what I meant to say, because Cole, because he's the black ninja with the black suit, wouldn't really work, so now he has this gray as his secondary color and a little bit of orange on the chest too. So I thought that was very cool specifically for Cole. All their faces stay the same from the last one. You'll see Lloyd has that same face introduced and rebooted. Kai still has his original face. Jay, also the original face. Cole as well, the original face. I was pretty sad we didn't get a ghost face here back when this was released. And then Zane still has his titanium face with the other side, with the normal face on it. Looks like that. And then that also gives us an opportunity to see that the ninja have their elemental symbol like they used to, like the animal face kind of thing in there. Pretty cool. And then again, Lloyd, of course, does have the dragon one. And then Nia was very interesting because her suit, I don't know if it's technically a Deep Stone suit because it doesn't have the black armor, which is in the show, but it does fit in with the rest of them and it kind of does match. So Nia is the first time we ever had the water ninja. She has the dark red robes with the azure highlights, which I like quite a bit. And there's her phoenix on the back, you can see through there, and she has golden armor. But this was also the start of a bad trend for the ninja, or just for Nia, because Nia had a normal Lego City female face here. And we would get these for a little while, you will see them. And it was quite annoying to get these on Nia's, because Nia is supposed to be her own individual character. It was pretty annoying that we just got a very, very basic face that we used in other city sets. And then for Wu, this was an interesting Wu. We got the gold hat, same face and beard as last time, but he's got more intricate robes, and he has gray hands, which I always thought was interesting. This is more like a Master Wu kind of robe, got some shurikens tucked in the back. I think this feels like, to me, Wu's first robe that's actually like dedicated to fighting. I like it a lot. Alright, now here we have the Jitsu Suits for all the ninja over here, and I threw this one in. This is Retirement Wu from when he's working at Steep Wisdom, Wu's tea company that he had in Season 5. So it's just a lot more relaxed, more basic robes. The opposite of the last one, very much made for comfort, and it's got nice gold detailing on it. I like that one quite a bit. But for the others, these are their Jitsu forms when they're all powered up, and these four came out. Oh, this is the wrong mask for Jay. I'm very sorry about that. I don't think I have the right mask, but that symbol is not supposed to be there. Again, I apologize. But these four were released in 2015 with the rest of the Ghost sets when Jitsu was first introduced. But interestingly, Lloyd and Nia were both added much later on because they never really learned in the show. But yes, both of them were introduced in the Day of the Departed wave in Yang's dojo, which was a really cool set. But like I said, these are very specific Jitsu suits, and they all have unique face printing. It is a little similar to the NRG face prints for Kai and for Jay, but they're pretty different overall. You can see all the basic ninja's face. They look really cool. Lots of energy coming out of the eyes, and I forgot Nia here. Nia's face is probably one of my favorites. It really looks like her in the show to me. I like that mouth print quite a bit, and I like the waves that are coming out of her eyes, just very unique to me. And all of them, again, do have lots of reflective detailing, like you can see on Lloyd. Kai's is very cool with the gold. That looks awesome. Jay, the lightning, looks sick. Cole's got also some gold on there, but not nearly as much as Kai. Zane, lots of silver on there. And then for Nia, we got the blue reflective, which is just very, very cool. So I like these all a lot. And then on the back side, they have their same animal symbols like they have been having for quite some time with these suits. And then Nia has her phoenix in the back, of course. Nia's a little bit different than the others. But overall, I think these are one of the most unique ninja suits. And while I'm not a huge fan of the fact that they have the colored arms and then the black torso for the 5 guys, and then for Nia, the red one, which does match their deep stone ones really good, by the way, but I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. But I do definitely love Zane's face print. Don't know why, just always adored that one. And now we get into 2016, and first of all, there are 2 main things that you should notice here. Cole is a green face. Yes, he is a ghost here. This is a very cool face. I'll show you it when I show all their face prints. And Nia is red here. She kind of gave up the blue except for the thing on her torso, which at the time I was really not a huge fan of. I'm still today not a huge fan of Nia with mostly red. I like when the red and blue is balanced. And then also Wu is the same suit as the original Deep Stone Wave one, except he now has this pilot hat for when he's piloting a hot air balloon in the Tiger Widow Island set, which is also very cool. So yeah, like I said, Lloyd face print, Kai face print, both the same. Zane face print also the same. Jay, because this was a wave centered around him, has a new face print. We finally got to see Jay smile. The fun character smiling. Crazy. And then Jay on the other side also has a sad face, which is really, really good to show lots of emotion for Jay during this whole wave. But Cole's face is one of my favorite Ninjago face prints of all time. This is Cole, very happy with the ghost face in that nice sand green color. And then for Cole on the other side, we also have another more serious one, which I absolutely love. Anyone that's watched my series will know that I use that face quite a bit. And then for Nia, you can see over here, she does have the same face that she had before. I don't have it on the figure right now, but it is the one that had that on it. Sorry, I don't have that one. But like I said, would be pretty easy to find because it was an incredibly frequent face, unfortunately. But yeah, I like these suits a lot because actually, interestingly, they all use the same leg pieces. Well, actually, these 4 use the same leg pieces as was used on the Deep Stone variant, except Zane has a little bit different because Zane has these little buckles in the end that are gold, and they were silver beforehand. And then Nia's is also completely new because Nia, of course, didn't have the black Deep Stone suit. But another really cool thing about this wave is that we actually got a dual sword holder. There was armor on only one shoulder, and they can hold 2 swords at the same time, going the same direction. I'm a huge fan of that, and it was used many, many waves after this, so I'm very glad. It's one of my favorite Ninjago armor pieces. Alright, and next up we have Day of the Departed. And again, you'll notice Nia is back with the blue. That is Nia's Day of the Departed suit, and it is one of my all-time favorite Ninjago suits. I think that suit achieves the perfect balance between blue and red that we won't really see at all again, which is very disappointing. But as you can see with these suits, they are very much inspired by the original pilot suits. They have the ropes on the front. But interestingly, we never got one for Lloyd, and we never got one for Nia. So this is the first time we ever got their emblem on their chest like that, which I think is very cool. But for the main 4 that did have those suits, theirs are more detailed than they used to be. And they implement details from their other suits. So just like in the ZX suit, Jay here has the silver arm, which I think is just awesome. Kai has lots of buckles, like on some of his other suits. Cole has specific buckles on his legs that remind me of his ZX suit, and Zane has similar little armor down there to his ZX suit, which I think is just awesome. And again, these guys use the same dual sword holder, like that. All in dark brown, which is the first time we got it in that color, except for Zane, who, in a good decision on Lego, uses a silver one, which makes me very happy because Zane gets his own little unique one. And all their face prints were the same except for, of course, Cole. He's got the new ghost scar. He's human again, but he has the mark of the rift on him, which is very cool. A very happy face over there. And then a not so happy face on the other side. I love these face prints. I use them a lot during my Ninjago Future Is Now era productions, and I've just become a huge fan of those faces. And then for Wu over here, just like the ninja are all callbacks to their original suits, Wu's is definitely also one of those. It's very simple. He's got the symbol on the top right-hand corner of his shirt right there, his Wu symbol. The belt does not go down to the legs this time, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's okay. Probably just a budget thing. They didn't want to print another leg print for him. He's got the normal tan hat back again, and he's got the sacred flute on his back, although canonically it was broken by this time. I still think it is a really cool detail, and I like it quite a bit. So yeah, these are the Day of the Departed suits. Alright, so these are the Hands of Time suits, and I gotta start out by saying that these are some of my favorite suits in all of Ninjago, because they all have so much detail. I mean, this is the first time we even got toe printing on the Ninja. Look at that. They all have little shoes on. That is so cool. And also, we are reusing the same mask pieces as Day of the Departed, except for Nia, who now has a gunmetal and blue one, which is very unique. There's a lot less red. There's no actual physical red plastic on the figure this time, just printing in there that you see, but I still do like this one quite a bit. And if you remember as well, this was a Kai and Nia season. It was both. They were both on the box, and that's why both of them have new face prints there. And then you can see on the other side, for when they're doing fusion, they have gold eyes. Nia's actually have a dark blue outline on them. You gotta look very closely to see it, but that is really cool for her fusion face. And then for Kai's fusion face, he has gold eyes with an orange outline for the fire, and that is a very awesome face. And these were both new face prints. But there was also another new face print, one that we did not expect, but Zane got one. This time there's no more blue visor, he kind of ditched it, and there's a little dent in the top of his faceplate, if you see that. And his eyes are just a little bit lighter too, which I think is cool, and the outline on his eyes is also dark blue. And then on the back of Zane's, instead of having an alternate face, he has the plug on the back of his head that we saw in the last video, the circle in the back that's used on other Nindroids. I think that's really cool. It really solidifies Zane as part of the Nindroids just as a group, and it really makes sense that he would have that if the other Nindroids were based on his design. So I do like that quite a bit. And one interesting thing to note is that the main thing these suits have in common is that they all have black arms and black hands, and then they also have the black Deepstone armor back again, which I think is a really, really interesting counterpart to the Air Jitsu ones, because look at Kai right here. Black arms, red torso, black arms. I think that's a very cool detail, and one of my friends pointed out to that, and I was like, yeah, that is very interesting. They look good together. They complement both areas. Alright, and here we have reached the Lego Ninjago movie in 2017. September 2017 was when it came out in the US. That's when I saw it, and that's when I knew that it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't amazing, but I don't think it was that awful. But if there's one thing that I do know about the movie, it's that the sets that we got and the minifigures we got are incredible, and these suits are definitely evidence of that, especially Lloyd here. So Lloyd, as you can see it just in the reflection there, there's little dots of black printing on black plastic, which give his suit a texture, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, just wow. That is one great suit. It's got arm printing as well, which was pretty frequent during this. And then also, as you can see on all the Ninja, we have a new mask mold that will be used for a little while. You'll see it on several of the following ones in this video and the next. So it's very cool that they all have the new mask. All of them have a total black mask, except with the band around their forehead that includes their color. Except for Zane, of course. Zane received a very different looking suit here. Very robotic, very evident of that. And it's just all white. And then their faces are very unique. Lloyd's face, you'll see, has brown eyebrows and green eyes, which is fascinating for Lloyd. Kai's face here is also very different, although I feel like it does maintain a little bit of the look of the character from the TV show. Also has brown eyebrows and a little bandage up there. Jay was probably the biggest shift out of all the ninja, I would say, because now Jay has obvious freckles and brown eyebrows as well. His little grumpy face right there. Cole was probably the most similar in my mind because it's very, very simple, just like his old face. Big eyebrows, angry mouth. That's all you got. But I think it's very cool. I like Cole's new face. Zane was another very big shift. You'll see right here. The skin tone is back, and now he has flat eyebrows and blue eyes with a gray outline. Very interesting. And then for Nia, of course, Nia, they just basically gave her a lot more personality, interestingly, which she did not have when they used a city face for her, but she had some when she had her old face. But yeah, that's Nia's face with the little beauty mark on the cheek there. And the lips are a little bit of a different color as well. And you can see we got 2 figures with toe printing here, and Nia was also given this little fabric skirt, which I think is very cool. Really implements a little bit of the samurai design into her. But one thing about Nia that's very interesting is that the blue is pretty much all gone, despite in the symbol. Oh, I dropped it right here. The symbol on her head, right there, that guy. And then a little bit of blue on her torso. So I thought that was very weird. But also, Nia did receive elbow printing with little pads on her elbow, which I think is very cool. All the ninja have the same symbol on their back, which is kind of their team symbol, just in different colors. I like Cole's a lot. Cole's is definitely my favorite suit out of all these. Jay's is covered with orange. First time Jay had orange detailing on there. And there's all the symbols on the back, and that also reveals their alternate faces. This wonderful Zane face. Yeah, it was a bit controversial, definitely still is. I'm more of a fan of Titanium Zane myself. But Cole's face, a lot of personality there, much cooler than he seemed on the other one. Jay, very happy, goofy. Kai, a little bit more goofy even, which is a little weird. And then there's Lloyd's happy face over there. And then Nia's isn't too different, but looks pretty angry. And I did not forget about Sensei Wu, who also received a nice fabric skirt, which I like quite a bit, continues the pattern from his torso down. And then for the first time, Wu actually had tan legs with his own sandal print on there too. And on the back of Wu's thing, he has the same symbol as the rest of the ninja. And for Sensei Wu, he did use the same hat and beard, but he had a new face print too, which looks a little bit older, but I like it quite a bit, very detailed. Alright, and here we have the movie Spinjit Chokan again?
What? What do you mean?
Seriously?
I'm just chillin'.
Come on.
You can't take me on.
This guy, I tell you, this guy.
Ah!
Okay, so these are the movie Spinjitzu suits, and I think these suits are pretty cool, barring probably Cole's, which is interesting to hear because he is my favorite ninja, but I think his really breaks the pattern that we have going here. The ninja all have black arms and hands the color of their element, so look at that. They look pretty united, right? They also have their same movie headpiece, but with their color on the bottom, which of course does not change Zane's or Cole's. But I think they look pretty united, and I like the detailing on the torsos quite a bit, especially Lloyd's. That energy looks very, very cool. You can see it reflected right there with the gold. Yeah, all of them actually do have reflective stuff again, like that. That looks very nice on Kai's. Jay's lightning looks awesome. Cole has a little bit of bronze reflectivity on there, which gives a little veinage to the rock. You can see Zane's right there. And then Nia's. See that nice blue right there? I like it a lot. And of course we didn't get Wu because he wasn't one of the main ninja. But I think these are alright. It uses all the same face prints as the rest of the ninja. And of course the only difference is the torso print because all the leg prints are actually the same. And on the back we also got some really, really cool detail, emphasizing their symbol, their new symbols for the movie, and the element. So they're all different like letters, and they also appear on their headband, which I like quite a bit. I think the details go underappreciated on these suits. Now here we have some suits that we really, really wanted to get for the show, but still have not. We did get them for the movie, and it kind of works for most of them except for maybe Jay and Zane. So these are the casual suits that we got, which are the high school outfits of these ninja characters. And a lot of these were in the collectible minifigure series. Lloyd was in a set, though. Nia was in a set. These three were collectible. Kai was exclusive to the Ninjago City set, the huge one, the biggest Ninjago set, which is a lot to put a pretty common character in that big set, but it does give him a little bit more value because now he does have this really, really cool, unique arm print, which I like quite a bit. And then Lloyd here they all have their new hair pieces, which were all custom molded for those characters, which is just so cool. We got so much attention to all these characters in terms of the plastic in the movie, even though they did not get a lot of screen time, which still bugs me. But it doesn't really matter because it's focusing on the figures, and I still think these are really, really wonderful figures. So you can see Nia's got the cool outfit, ripped jeans, again, toe printing, sneakers, striped shirt, leather jacket. Very cool. New face print too, looks a lot happier there. And then we have Zane right here, very, very, very happy. Almost creepily happy. No, definitely creepily happy. His crew cut does not extend down the sides. Now that extending down the sides is done through a gradient print down the side of his head, which is a very, very interesting take on that, but I think it does kind of work if you look like that. Looks alright to me. He's got the little sweater too, which I think has aliens that may be referenced to Lego Alien Conquest. I think that's definitely a possibility because of the shape of them. For Cole, he has another new face print here. Very, very angry, or maybe just rocking out because he's got his Ninjago AC/DC shirt on there. Definitely putting more into Cole's musical side for the movie. And on the back of it, you can see World Tour 1985 sold out, which would be, again, referenced in a Sons of Garmadon set, which is very cool. And then this definitely emphasizes Jay's very nerdy personality. He's got his messed up hair over there. And he's got the scarf, which is used to generate static electricity in the movie for his electrical powers, which is pretty cool. He's got a very nerdy 80s looking shirt with little lightning bolt details in there. Then blank on the back, and his face is super goofy. But I like that one quite a bit. And then Kai has the same face print, but he has his very, very, very tall hair and his awesome red jacket. And Lloyd's got the classic hoodie, but I like it quite a bit. And then on the back, you can see minimal details on Lloyd and a big detail on Kai's, because again, more expensive set equals more detailed figure. Alright, so here we have 3 possession exclusive figures that don't really fit in anywhere else, and these ones definitely deserve to be talked about. So this one, probably the least out of the 3, but Wu with special golden designs was exclusive to a book. It's got Wu's symbol on the back, of course, golden hat. And I like this torso print so much, it's a shame that we never saw it anywhere, because that detailing looks really, really cool. I'm a huge fan of this one, and I don't know what to call it, but I sometimes call it like some sort of legacy Wu, because I feel like it references the old suit while not being the same, but I'm not sure. And then in the middle, of course, we have the one, the only, possessed Lloyd. This is when Lloyd was possessed by Moro. His suit, Deepstone suit, somehow turned from black to dark green. Very weird, but this was also the source of 2 new molds, one of them exclusive to this figure, which is this one right here, which is very, very cool with the green printed on there, not molded in, of course, but it's got nice detail on there. And Lloyd actually has a mint green face print here, which is really, really cool. I love that. He's got lots of detail on there. Around the eyes look very sunken and spooky. The other side of the face, there's nothing. You can see the molding actually on the back of this print. Looks like tattered fabric on the back there, and then he's got the nice shoulder pads. And if you look really interestingly at Lloyd's torso, you can see his symbol from his Deepstone suit is actually shattered. Here's a comparison. There are their 2 torsos. The little emblem in the middle is shattered open with green fire coming out of it, which I think is just super cool. But as a version of this suit, I think it does work, and I think just overall, this is a very, very cool figure. One of my favorite Ninjago figures. And then this one was one we've been waiting to get, and one that we have not gotten any of the other ninja in, so it'll probably be a while until we get that finished. I think a great way to finish this wave of the old ninja, the ninja as sensei, where their outfits reflect Wu's outfit, like that, which I think is a great detail. But I think a great way to finish this wave of suits would be in a Ninjago collectible minifigure series or something. I think that would be really, really cool. But yeah, Jay does have his normal hair there. He's got a eye patch print. He's got a little facial hair there, which is very cool. Nothing on the back except very, very similar again to Wu's on the back, which I like a lot. And then also there's some great arm printing there. He's got lots of small details on the printing, makes it look like fabric with silver details. He's got his new movie symbol on the shoulder right there. And then interestingly, look at this. Side leg printing. Oh my gosh, we never see that. And to get it on a Ninjago figure is absolutely fantastic. I can only pray that we get more of these figures later on for the rest of the Ninja, because I'd love to get their old face prints and everything. Alright, now here we have our 2 Day of the Departed special figures that don't really fit in. This is, of course, Cole RX, or Rift Extreme. I'll give you a look at him later. And then Zane in his prison garb, which has an exclusive torso print, which I think is very, very cool. You can see Zane's power source shining through the blue wires and everything. Looks very, very cool. Awesome that we got a specific figure based on a little thing that we saw in the show. I wish we could get that more often. Like I was saying, we could get stuff like that in an Ninjago minifigure series. You can see Zane's face peeking out a little bit with the hair. And this specifically was the first time we got Zane's hair in this titanium color, which was fantastic. Oh my gosh. So many silver Sharpies went into making Zane's hair silver like this before, and now we finally actually have it. So 2016 was a great year for that. And then you can also see on the other side of his face, we have the visor again, which does not look very good with just the hair on it. I always think that's pretty funny. But yeah, this is Prison Zane, and I'm just very glad we got that in the Cryptarium set. Hopefully we get more specific variations of Ninja just like that. And then for Cole Rift Extreme, this is another one of my all-time favorite Ninjago figures. So it's based on Cole's suit from the Day of the Departed wave, of course. Looks just like it. Sans the armor. And he has the same face print with the scar and everything. You already saw that one earlier. And then his torso, you can see, has magma breaking through under his symbol. Really does remind me of Possessed Lloyd, with the fire coming out from behind that. Very similar kind of vibe here. And a very cool thing about Cole is that look at those arms. He has translucent arms. We have not gotten that on, I don't think, any other Ninja. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten translucent arms on any other Ninja, which I think is very cool. And also arm printing going up the sides. Looks like it's traveling from his glowing magma fists up into his shoulders, which is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is one of my favorite Ninjago figures ever, and I just have a lot of fond memories with it. Okay, now here we have the rest of the movie figures that don't really fit into other categories, and this one is because we have Lloyd here, again in his casual outfit. Looks a lot like the past one right here. And actually, it's exactly the same, except for one thing. Lloyd got his own custom mold for this hood piece with his hair sneaking through, which is awesome. A custom piece, wow. You can see the other side of his face, there's nothing there, but he does have a little bit of arm printing, just like the last one, maintains the same sweater. And this one, at first glance, may look exactly the same, but it does have a unique face print. This is a little more edgy Lloyd. You can see he's smiling, happy over there, definitely edgy over there. And you can see also no white shirt on this one, because this one has his ninja suit peeking through. This is Lloyd about halfway through transformation from his normal clothes to his ninja suit, probably hiding under his clothes, which I think, again, is very cool. Like this suit quite a bit. It's fun that we have two very minutia-focused variations there. I like that a lot. And then we have the two other kendo suits that we got official full figures of that were totally unique and fit with each other, because a lot of the kendo variations that we supposedly got for the movie aren't actual variations. They're just one headpiece that you can put on a figure, so I don't officially count those, but you will see a little bit of that later on. And then Lloyd's, of course, just has the black kendo mask, totally with the gold faceplate and then black samurai armor. Right here, we also have Kai with the same black samurai armor, but it's over his normal suit as well. And Kai's mask mold is the same with the gold, but it also has Kai's red detailing on there, which is pretty cool. And Kai's also got a face print under there from the collectible minifigure series as well, where he is very, very angry. Got the huge D-shaped mouth like we saw in Zane earlier as well. And then for Cole, this Cole was exclusive to Ninjago City Docks. And you may say that some of it looks unexclusive, but the torso actually definitely is exclusive, and so are the leg prints, which always fascinated me a lot. They're very, very different. If you pause and go back and look at this leg print versus that one, they're very subtly different. So that's very interesting, but Cole has the same base print as well. Alright, now here we have two suits that are quite controversial. These are both of the Woo Crew suits, the white and the black version, and LEGO could really never decide if these were canon or not. They were used somewhere, but never on screen, and we did see a little bit of them being used in the sets and in the little ninja battle pods, and some people say that these are different versions of the kendo because there were ninja kendo masks included with them. But I just say that they're basically the same suit, but swapped out for the face. They do have different back prints on them, so I say because I have these and I have all the ninja with their hair pieces from the movie era, I consider myself having all these suits because they are all identical, like I said. So yes, here are both of the Woo Crew suits. Alright, now here we have one of the biggest changes to the show that the movie did, and that is Garmadon. He is back, of course, in his four-armed evil form, and he's got a new helmet mold for this first one, which is awesome, and then a very long cape as well. This stems down the front of his body like that, and then also down the back, but it's not split in the back. It's just a straight-up cape. And he also got a new mold for the four-armed piece as well, which I will show you right now, which has the nice little shoulder curves going up like that. Like it quite a bit. I like the armor detailing as well. Very reminiscent of the original Garmadon, except you can see in there, it's got the same rib cage back, but with a blue belt this time, which is a little bit interesting. The blue belt is back for the movie. It's back. You can see a little bit of that print right there, but then of course no printing on the back of the extender piece. And if you want to get a little bit of a closer look at the helmet, here it is. It looks a lot more like an anchor. You can see it's got that kind of shaping to it, but also looks very traditional samurai, like that on the back. And I think it looks very, very cool on the figure. It gives a very wide and imposing stature. And then the middle one is Jungle Garmadon, which is very, very weird to me because if you look at the bottom, you can see he's wearing brown shorts, which brings to question, is he not wearing shorts there, which I don't want to get into. But yeah, anyway, this is Jungle Garmadon, got a much angrier face on there, and he of course has the new rice cap too, which goes a little bit lower, looks pretty cool. You can see how many abs does he have there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a 12-pack? I think that's a 12-pack. And chest hair. So the LEGO designers really went all out on this figure. He's also got, right there, you can see a little pauldron on his shoulder. Looks pretty cool for the jungle. His back, again, you can see this is actually the old arm extender piece, except flipped around backwards, which is the same for the one on the right as well. So it kind of does look weird to have those ribs on the back, but I would excuse it as maybe he's got like a weird kind of Garmadon back on there. I don't know, but I do think overall this is a pretty cool figure. Also maintains the blue belt like the last one. And then on the right we have Flashback Garmadon / alternate Garmadon. I don't know what happened in the production of the movie that caused it to originally be called Flashback Garmadon, but as the movie stands now, this was Garmadon in the alternate life that he saw, or they saw himself having, where he could have been the best dad for Lloyd. This is him at his office job. You can see he's got nice normal work pants and a tie that goes all the way down 1.5 minifigure torsos, which is very funny. He's got the big 70s collar too. And fantastically, LEGO went in on 4 dual molded arms for the same figure. Look at that, short sleeve on all of them, which is absolutely hilarious. And you can see also he has the same ribs on the back there because it is the old piece. And his face print is very funny to me. He's got big gold shades on there, smile on there, I like it a lot. And then he also has the coffee worker from the LEGO movie, that was his original hairpiece. but in blonde this time, which makes me question, is Garmadon a blondie in the movie? I'm not sure. Now you saw it lurking in the back the whole time. Dread it. Run from it. Pajamadon still arrives. This is probably my all-time favorite Garmadon figure. I love it. His base is a volcano, so what does he have on his pajamas? Volcanoes, of course. And he's got clouds on there too, which is very cool. I used these pieces for my new creation season for Jay's pajamas. I think it works very well. You can see he also has arm printing, maintaining the same pattern around there, and like the other one, no print on the back, and he's got the ribs on the back as well. This figure also has the same face print as the original Garmadon and the helmet too, because a warlord like him would definitely sleep in a samurai helmet. Alright guys, that is the end of part 2. We only have one more to go, and I am very, very, very excited to show it to you guys. We got a lot of stuff going for that one. What is it? From Sons of Garmadon up to now, so I'm very excited to do that, and I will see you around.
Choke on, 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 choke Shogun, 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 Shogun.